the Opelka Studios in Oklahoma City, this is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. The Oklahoma State Cowboys have hired a replacement for Joe Deforest. Gina Mizell joins us on the phone to talk about that replacement. It's Van Malone. Gina, what can you tell us about this coach that's going to come in and attempt to replace a guy that's been as much a part of Oklahoma State football as anybody here in the last decade or so?
Sure. Well, he used to coach at Tulsa, and he was kind of a name that when you started hearing like who could possibly be a replacement, he was definitely someone that was brought up just because of his proximity. First of all, spent the last 2 years at Tulsa as a secondary coach and the recruiting coordinator. And a couple things stick out to me as far as the hire is concerned. Number one is that he knows Houston really well and knows how to recruit that area. He grew up in Houston, coached for 4 years at Texas A&M. He recruited the Houston area while he was at Tulsa, and obviously that was pretty much a requirement for Joe Deforest's replacement, just because Deforest was so rooted in Houston, and you know those types of relationships with high school coaches and programs, those can't be built overnight. So Van Malone obviously, already has some of those established. So that's something that I think was something that OSU was for sure looking for in hiring a replacement.
Obviously, Joe Deforest wore a lot of hats. It sounds like Van Malone's going to wear the secondary and the Houston recruiting hats. Now, what about associate head coach? Has that been assigned? Do we know yet? And on the issue of special teams, if it's not Van Malone, is there another obvious choice to coach that unit? It's been so good for the Cowboys.
Yeah, the associate head coach position, as far as I know, has not been reassigned yet. I know we talked about this a little while ago, just maybe some possible candidates. If it was me, I would probably give it to Joe Wickline, just because, number one, he's been so good for Gundy's staff, and number two, he's been other schools have tried to lure him away in the past, so maybe a bump in pay would, just kind of help cement him. And yeah, the special teams thing, Mike Gundy was asked at his signing day press conference if he would consider coaching special teams, and he basically laughed and said, "No way, no way." And so it's not going to be Gundy, but I think, if I had to guess, I would say Van Malone is going to play some role. Now, whether if it's as a special teams coordinator like DeForest was, for the Cowboys for several years, I don't know if it's going to be that type of title, but I certainly think he's going to at least help. And yeah, it's going to be a matter of figuring out is it going to be one guy, is it going to be a couple of different guys, or that's going to be something to watch as we head into these final weeks before spring ball begins in March.
All right, thanks, Gina. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.